Um, NBA. Did you guys catch the preseason game between the Golden State Warriors and the Washington Wizards?
Yeah, it's on replay too, just in case you haven't seen that one.
Yeah, I think you guys, you know how much stake I put in preseason, but
Wow. P, you're missing out on good ball, man. Between the WNBA now preseason, what's going on, bro? Do you like basketball?
You did say the Washington Wizards, correct?
Yes, correct.
That's not good basketball. That's not good.
You're not there for Hachimura and Kimura?
I'm not there for the Washington Wizards. Let's put a blanket over all of that.
If there's ever a trade Brooklyn needs to do, it's getting Bradley Beal. If there's ever a trade, I don't know how they can do it.
No, they can't. They can't. I'll tell you that right now. They can't. They have no one that no one that they can give up. You say, all right, if I get Bradley Beal, we'll be good. Because what I mean by that is, I'm assuming if you're Washington and you're giving up Bradley Beal to the Brooklyn Nets, it's KD or Kyrie. And I don't think the Nets are going to do that. And so, like I said, I don't think the Nets are going to do that, P. Even for
for Kyrie, they might. For Kyrie,
because I don't think Kyrie will be enough for that type of deal. Like it will be Kyrie and somebody else.
Okay.
Like, and just to make the money work out, I think if I'm not mistaken, Bradley Beal is making more money than him. He's like Superman. So it's like, hey, and Kyrie is at like low 30s at this
36.
point for this season.
36.
Yeah. So you still got 11, like close to $10 million to work out in between that. So it couldn't be just a Kyrie for Beal swap. And I don't think you would give up Kyrie and something just for Beal. I don't think the Brooklyn Nets will do that. So, you know, and I don't think the Washington Wizards will.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know people have their thoughts about Kyrie. I wouldn't do that. Just period.
I
think Kyrie's
to be with Kyrie. And
Kyrie's better at basketball than Bradley Beal to me. So there goes that.
And in Brooklyn, hey, in your ideal world, you want Kyrie and Bill to be playing together.
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. And going back to the game, I was happy to see Wiseman. That's my guy. You know, I touted him ever since college. So he looks like he's ready to just slip right into the that second team. I think they'll have him on. Yeah, I don't think he'll start.
No, he's on that second team.
The nasty. That's a nasty. Golden State's nasty, bro. Them and the Clippers. Nasty.
If you bring a Wiseman off the bench, I mean, that's like basically you won the lottery because you didn't have him last year. So you won the championship, and you're coming back with Wiseman. It's gonna be tough.
The kid Kuminga looks like he's figuring it out now.
Kuminga
looks like he's going to be dangerous. Like
Green was blocking shots, like that whole second team, and their bench has been solidified. It's been solidified. DiVincenzo was out there on the perimeter.
And who's that kid Smith? The new big I saw playing with them.
He was missing Pac-10.
Yeah,
Green. Yeah, he's good.
And for me, he looked big because when they had him and Wiseman out there, it looked like the Twin Towers out there.
Wiseman. So Wiseman wingspan. Wiseman is like 9 feet tall, bro. It's effortless. His alley-oops, his head is near the backboard. It's a problem if he could stay healthy. It's what Golden State didn't need, but oh man. And Washington, they look all right. Listen, Porzingis look good. He's healthy for once.
But see, I don't think the problem's ever been getting him healthy. It's keeping him healthy. Just like with Anthony Davis. He can get healthy in the summertime. I have no doubt about that. He will be healthy come the start of the season. Now, will he stay healthy come the end of the season?
Good
That's
point.
the thing.
Good point.
You know, it's like, with Porzingis and Anthony Davis in particular. Yeah, just staying healthy. I don't know what they have to do to make that happen, but
so from what I saw in the preseason game, do you think Washington could be a playoff team this year?
There's a possibility. Put it that way. I'll say that.
A possibility.
They're not in the.
I really went out on a limb, right? I want to keep that till later, till we make predictions. But
to me, that sounds like
strong possibility.
To me, that sounds they're in the NBA, so there's a possibility.
Right. Very weak limb, very weak take on my part. But when we make predictions in the next coming week, Washington might shock. I have Washington somewhere in the mix over there.
I'm hearing Porzingis is healthy. Bradley Beal. I'm just saying.
Rui looks good. Kuzma looks good.
So therefore,
no.
Okay.
No. Yeah. All right. Okay. Predictions. I have them somewhere in that mix.
No.
I have some other teams dropping out, Miami.
Oh, wait a minute. Wow. You know what? We're going to segue right into it. All right. East Coast. We got the new season coming up October 18th, right, Hill?
October 18th.
October 18th, new season starts.
Special day, I heard. Special day.
Heard about it.
Who do we have as the playoff teams, our playoff favorites? And what I mean by playoff teams is the top 6 seeds for the East. Let's start with the East.
Boston, Philly, Milwaukee, right? I think we agree on that one.
Okay.
I think we all agree on Miami minus Hill, right? That would be 4.
Yeah. Now I'm out. Yeah, that's season 1. I'm out. 2 out of 3. No way.
I think Cleveland has a good shot. I think Cleveland has a really good shot.
Where
Cleveland.
Where Brooklyn at?
Yeah, Cleveland and Brooklyn. Yeah. I think that rounds it out. Atlanta, yeah. So Milwaukee, Boston, Philly, Brooklyn, Cleveland, minus in Miami.
Minus me.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I think that's the 6. I think Atlanta has a shot to get into that 6. That's about it. Like to me, I don't even know nobody out. Maybe just Atlanta.
Yeah, I got Atlanta in there. That's what I transposed with
Miami.
Miami, and I got, if anyone cared, I had
we cared.
Put the Toronto in there. You got the Torontos and
yeah. No, that's a good. I overlooked them.
Okay.
I overlooked them.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
The first 3 are set in stone, right? It was at Boston, Milwaukee.
Yeah, I mean, not in that order, but yeah, I think Philly will be a top 16.
All right, Boston, Milwaukee, Philly. I got Toronto. I have Brooklyn. And I have
ATL?
Atlanta.
You know what? That's not bad. Because honestly, when I say Miami, I'm just going off. It's Miami. I'm at this point. I'm almost not even going off their talent. Just that Miami's always in the hunt. So
how can you not have Jimmy Butler in there? For me, I say easy. I don't have them. I don't have them in the play. I mean, after that, I have the Knicks, and then I have Washington in the playing game. So I have no way. I have Miami making the playoffs.
You got the Knicks in it?
I got the Knicks making the playoffs. I got the Knicks in the 7th seed and the 8th seed, the playing game.
No.
Yeah, Miami's definitely better than the Knicks. I think they will be. But
we'll see.
I got Philly, Milwaukee, Boston, of course. Cleveland.
Definitely Cleveland. I left them out, right? Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Cleveland, Toronto.
Okay.
And I almost hate to do it, but
Brooklyn? No Brooklyn?
This is interesting.
Yeah. Brooklyn.
So that's so Mo, you do know you just left Miami out.
Yeah. Because I just remembered about Toronto. Yeah, I was like, shit. Yeah, that makes sense. And I'm a buyer in the Cleveland stock. I think they got a lot better.
I got them in the 3rd spot.
Whoa. Whoa.
It's possible.
I have them in the top 6, so they could get there.
Yeah. I honestly, I feel like it's Boston, Milwaukee, and then we'll go to the next tier. You know what I mean? So if you got someone from 3 to 8, if you have Toronto 3, Brooklyn 3, okay. Like, I'm not really, going to argue that.
Agree.
And I think Kevin Durant and Kyrie are going to come back with a real big chip on their shoulder.
I think
that's why I think that's why I'm giving them a bit of the benefit of the doubt and saying that they can get in that top 6. Yeah.
You saw that press conference, Mo. Durant didn't look too happy standing next to Kyrie when Kyrie was discussing about his decisions. That Durant was had some words even with him there, standing there. So we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah. Wow. You trying to convince me out of my pick here? Jeez.
I mean, I picked Brooklyn too. I have that, but it takes. I mean, you have a coach that's saying that he's okay with the guy not shooting. That's one. I mean, when is Nash when relieved of his duties as a derelict? And then you got, Durant pretty much saying like, I looked in towards getting a trade. I finally out saying it because the organization seemed like they were all right with, for lack of a better term, the excuses that was given by other players on the team. Pretty much with Kyrie here. And Kyrie is pretty much like, I respect Kev. I'm always going to be in favor of Kev and our friendship, but I can tell, there's some mending that has to be done. Kev was pretty much saying like, yo, I just want to play ball, and bro, you weren't here. Like literally, him sitting next to him, and Kyrie was like, yeah, no, it's kind of shocking to hear it right now. Where were you in the past these months, bro? Like. I mean, I know you can't play in the playoffs, and he shot maybe 3 for 14. And Kyrie, you could probably say, listen, like you didn't show up during the playoffs, like even though I didn't play. But there's some things that could be done, and hopefully they will mesh it during the season. But that press conference was nothing that, I like for at least body language wise. So
you're really trying to convince me to put Miami back in that top 6, yo.
No, because I don't pick Miami because Miami doesn't have a star. Like Brooklyn has 2 stars,
wow,
superstars in which they're doing it. Kyrie is top 2, 3 best point guards in the game, and Kevin Durant is arguably one of the best players in the game. Miami doesn't have a good player on their team.
Jimmy Bam.
No, Jimmy Butler's not a star. Bam is not a star. Bam is
I'm sorry.
A very good player.
I'm sorry.
And Kyle Lowry is old.
Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
Miami doesn't have good players. That's a bad team. Struss is garbage. Struss stinks. Vincent should be in the G League.
Tell them how you really feel.
When you start thinking about the greatest people in this game has ever done, you have to look up Eric Spoelstra and what he's been able to be done with the lack of talent and scraps that he's been thrown each year by Pat Riley. He doesn't have talent. Jimmy Butler is a team's 4, not a 1. He's a 4. Bam is a defensive cog. This heart what Miami plays with in the Miami culture is just code for not good. And you play very hard. So no, Miami's out on my team or on me picking them in the East playoffs. Yes, I have Miami down there somewhere 12th or 13th. Yeah. Miami's not a good team.
Oh man, it's preseason, but Hill is in mid-season form, bro.
Early.
Woo!
There we go to the West, and we still in the East.
Yeah, I mean, before we go to the West,
let's just get out of Miami, please.
Yeah, I'm surprised you got Miami there, but you got the Knicks as a playoff team. Like, that's terrible organization right there. That's a terrible team.
Yes, it is. Anyway. There's no fight here. There's no fight here. None whatsoever. But there's players that resemble basketball and offense and shooting the ball and things of that nature. It's not jump passes and wasting the clock down to 2 seconds and going a viable shot. Games shouldn't end 66-69 because I'm watching the Miami Heat game. A Miami Heat game is an unwatchable game.
Oh, man.
Like the Knicks, let them know how you
I won't fight you on that. But they have players which I can say, okay, RJ Barrett is taking a jump shot. He's going to the hole. He's looking to score. Randall is looking to score. Brunson, not my favorite play. He's looking to make scoring moves. They're not looking to waste the clock and then 2 seconds left. It's some errant, weird play. It's just Miami's just hard to watch. So yeah, I have the Knicks over them. I mean, the Knicks will make the playoffs, and I can find another team. I can find a Charlotte over the Knicks. I can find players in that 7th or 8th spot playing game where I can get in, but I don't have Miami in there. Again, we want to get out of Miami. Let's leave Miami out of this. Let's leave Miami out of this.
All right, man.
Charlotte, Wizards.
Let's get
over there.
Let's get to the West Coast.
Going to the West Coast, all I'm hearing about is it's the Clippers versus everyone else. It's the Washington Generals. The Clippers still seem to be the Harlem Globetrotters of all I get. And I love John Wall, but I got Golden State. I got the Clippers. Not in this order. It's Clippers second, but Golden State, Clippers, Phoenix. I'm naming all the teams so I can get to the Lakers. Trust me. Denver.
Memphis.
Absolutely. Dallas.
That's 6, right?
Yeah. Then you got the Lakers somewhere in the playing game again because they have a horribly constructed team, and LeBron's his 28th season.
Hey, I think that's being nice, though. I don't know.
My guy, but you're leaning on a guy in his 21st season. Like, come on.
Like, honestly, unless the people on their roster show me something that they haven't shown me previously in their career, or they make a major move, it's hard for me to see the Lakers making a playoff.
Well, I was told, man,
because I know Anthony Davis is not going to be healthy. I know that off top.
Magic, Kobe, Byron Scott, Jerry West ain't coming through those doors, bro. Give me Cedric Sabanos coming through those doors. Give me Eddie Jones coming through those. Van Exel. Give me J.R. Ryder coming through those doors. Give me somebody, right?
So at this point, I know you guys are, like diehard Laker fans. It's the expectations of LeBron is kind of, tempered down, whatever. This is kind of on AD, no? Like,
tempered down. This is 21st season.
Yeah. No,
but Pete, average, I think last season he averaged close to 30 points a game. And like, what else as a fan can I ask from LeBron? It's not LeBron's not the issue.
No, I'm not saying it's not right.
Else around him.
No, I'm not saying that you should expect him to carry the team. I'm just trying to, like, LeBron, he's solidified. What he did last year is amazing, whatever.
Right.
But as Laker fans, you want to win. Right. So as the team's constructed, then AD has to be, the best AD he could be for you guys to make the playoffs, right? Because at this point,
Kentucky in his championship year 2020, like 2020 season when he won the chip, right, in Kentucky. He get me somewhere back there. They tell me he had some great years in New Orleans. I totally forgot about him.
And honestly, the way the league is playing now, like, hey, Golden State's and Denver and stuff like that, even if you gave me that championship version of Anthony Davis, I don't think that's enough to win now. Like, and especially with the pieces that they have around them, it's like it's. I don't see it working.
But he was like, top 3. He was like top 3, definitely top 5 during that time. You tell him he's gonna be top 3, top 5 now, then that's enough to get a chip with LeBron in his 21st year.
I don't think they have the pieces around them to do what they did during that championship window. Like, so it's not even if he's playing at that level, it remains healthy. Wow. I don't think they have the pieces around them to be able to take advantage of LeBron or AD both playing at their
peak. If he's playing if he's playing as a top 3 player in the league, and with him and LeBron, even LeBron now in his 21st season, that's a championship. If AD is anywhere near top 3, he is one of the most dominant players ever, like from what you want him to be in AD, and AD can take over a game like that. If he turns into that, yeah, sure. That's what everyone's expecting for LeBron to turn over the torch to him to do something. If he's in that mode, yeah, now that's a chip. AD has everything you could think of in an offensive player and defense.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that in normal circumstances that wouldn't be a chip. But I'm saying the pieces, like the little, like during their championship run, hey, Rondo had a moment where hey, he had to step up.
Right.
Whatchamacallit, who else is on that team? JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard had moments where they had to step up defensively and stuff like that. I don't think they had the role players to step up. To take advantage of those moments that AD and LeBron. I totally agree with you in the sense that, hey, if it was just those two players and all I had to rely on is prime AD and prime LeBron, okay, no question. But even with the championship window, the championship that they won, they needed role players to step up. You know me, at least once a game or twice a game. I don't think they had that quality of role players here on the Lakers team. Yeah, but I don't think they have the role players that will fit it, that will star in their role. Hey, yeah, Westbrook is trying to convince everybody he's a leading actor. You're not. You know, so it's like Dennis Schroeder. You try to spend half your career trying to convince people you're a leading actor. You're not. And now
role players though,
and they can't shoot.
Yeah, not at all. That's
and they can't defend.
But going into 2020, there's no way you could tell me. Listen, I saw Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. I never saw Caruso. Going into all I knew is that you had AD and LeBron James on that, on that squad. So and Kuz. Yeah, Kuz. And I overrated Kuz. I'll be the first one to say I still am a Kuzma guy. But that was pretty much LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And Rondo had his moments in which he saved them, sure. But I never thought anything besides those were the two players that would get us to the championship team. And that's what they did. And those two players wrote us there. If they're doing something like that 2 years apart, doing that run, these players could turn into role players because there's no way. I mean, Caruso got his name because of what he did going into that. I couldn't pick him out of a lineup until he developed it playing with them. It's like, oh, shoot, Caruso. And now it's like, we laugh about this, is that the Bulls aren't the Bulls because Caruso wasn't healthy. And we go at it with P all the time. P's like, all right, this is Caruso who we're talking about. Let's just slow down. But there are players on there that, that could develop. You could have AK develop. You could have Toscano Anderson turn into, so you don't know until the game starts. What we do know is that AD has to get to the form in which he needs to be, which is top 3, top 5 players in this league. And LeBron, if he does that, I think LeBron will give you anything you need from LeBron. If AD is a monster like that, LeBron will turn into that compliment which you can't hold, because you need AD to be the best player in the team, to be honest, not LeBron. So the Lakers to do anything. If LeBron's the best player in this team this year, it's over. The Lakers are not making the playoffs. Case of period. You can't have it. And LeBron's great, but you can't have the best player.
And unfortunately for the Lakers, I think that he's going to end up being that because Anthony Davis won't be available.
So do I. That's why I don't have him making the playoffs. Yeah. That's why I said I'll name you any other team where we were doing outside, because I think LeBron's going to be the best player this year, because I don't think Anthony Davis is going to. But Anthony Davis, if he's the best player in his team, yeah, sure, they can get a chip with that. But he has to be it. I don't think so. We got the 6. We named the 6.
Yeah, so we got Golden State, Dallas, Denver, Clippers, Memphis. Who am I missing? Phoenix. Suns. Yeah, Phoenix Suns. Yep. Yeah, I think that's a solid 6. I can't even maybe Portland.
Yes.
No.
If everything fits, No, I don't think Dallas is all that much better than Portland.
No.
But with Dame being healthy, I think Portland's right. Like Dallas. Yeah, Dallas is kind of just 6 by default for me. I don't think the team. I know what Luka did last year. He's unbelievable, but I think Dame is just as good.
Too early to give you MVPs?
It's never too early, Hill.
I mean, we got to see a game, right? I mean,
no, but I feel the setup was for Luka to win it last year.
Yes, correct. That's who I got this year.
Like, you know what I mean? But the team didn't win enough.
And I'm gonna, if I had to pick an MVP for this year, I'm gonna pick a dark horse. And P, you should really appreciate me for this. I think this is the year that they finally reward Embiid. Embiid's gonna play out of his mind.
Oh,
He's gonna have to play out of his mind. And I think NBA realizes that, hey, he had the numbers to actually take the MVP last year and should have probably gotten the MVP last year. And they'll give it to him this year.
I like that pick.
Yeah, I totally, well, I agree. I don't know if they're going to win enough games. Honestly, I think this is crazy to say this is a quote unquote dark horse. It's only because I saw these specials and no one brought them up. How is Steph Curry not like in the running for MVP? Because you know they're going to win enough.
Right, correct.
If he gives me 25 a game, I don't see how he's not, you know.
Because we're tired of him winning.
I guess so. Like I just
he got a unanimous MVP. What else he needs?
We're tired
they gave him his finals MVP. It's enough.
Yeah, but I don't believe in that. If he's the best player this season, he should get MVP. I don't.
Absolutely.
It's this season. You know what I mean? Like
absolutely.
You know, So
do you think he's going to be the best player? I think honestly, it's going to be. I think it's going to be a tough MVP race this year. I think you're going to have potentially 5 people with legitimate arguments to be MVP. I think you'll have Steph, you'll have Joker, you'll have Luka, you'll have Embiid, and
Ja Morant. I think what Luka did to Phoenix last year, I think they were priming him for this year to give him the MVP.
Yeah, I think they're going to put Luka and Ja ahead of Steph at the beginning of the season because they did a new shiny toy basically, but. I'm thinking Golden State's gonna win more games than both. Like I don't think Dallas is gonna win enough games. Memphis, maybe. And Luke and Joker, I think they don't. I don't think they're gonna give them 3 in a row. You know what I mean?
Defensive player, who you got?
Defensive player.
Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley.
Was it second or third year? Third year?
Second year.
Second year?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say AD.
It's not bad.
Okay. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna
go the easy way and just give it to Giannis.
Yeah, that's where I was going. So that's exactly where I was going.
That's chalk right there.
I mean, because for some odd reason we didn't have Giannis in the MVP race because
and that was my fault. It's 6. My fault.
With Middleton back.
Yeah, I think he could have won it the past 2 years, actually. Well, not last year, but the year before, I think I had him over Joker. So yeah, right. Definitely. He to me, him and Steph, they're in that category where every year but every year they're in the running. Steph and Giannis, you know.
Okay. All right.
Hey, hit us up on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Hit us up on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, or email us directly at WeNeeda5th@gmail.com.